took over.
Rewatched a lot of the X series games.
I'm your Huckleberry.
And I would say they're even. Not gonna say one's better than the other.
And we're live on YouTube. Nobody's watching right now. We hope they do watch it sometime, but they're probably not going to. But who cares if they do or they don't? But anyways, they're going to see us talking, and we're going to keep talking. All right, that's that. All right, we just watched the Mortal Kombat movie. Say hi, everybody. Introduce yourself.
I'm Adam.
My name is David.
Hi everybody, I am JK.
And so we're doing a Mortal Kombat review. And who wants to go first on their thoughts? I'll go first. I watched it like 5 times. They really didn't need to focus on that cold guy at all. Other than that, I'm not going to dwell into it too much. I'm going to let these guys talk a whole lot. But the movie really was good. And it was a prequel to me, in my mind. It wasn't, really the Mortal Kombat movie. But what are you thinking, Adam? You've seen it a few times.
I watched it. This is my second time, and quite frankly, I didn't like the cold guy one bit at all because it took away from other actors, and I don't feel like he deserved being a Mortal Kombat.
Keep looking at your microphone.
And so, I just think, to be honestly, I think they should have bring Johnny Cage from the beginning, and I just don't know why they didn't show Shao Kahn at all. So that's how I feel about.
They showed his image a few times,
yeah.
But they didn't have like the actor. I think they do have somebody cast for him already. I think.
So you think The Rock will be a good one?
What? Okay. Has anybody played Mortal Kombat 11?
Yes. I have not.
Okay. Did you see Shao Kahn, the playable character in that?
Yeah.
Okay. That was not a human Shao Kahn.
No.
You remember, like his face is kind of beastly and stuff.
Yeah.
I want that. I don't want the human-looking one where they're just like, this regular-looking dude is a regular-looking dude.
That sounds badass.
What were your takes, Bear?
So I enjoyed it. As a fan of the game, I very much liked it. I do wish, obviously, everyone's going to go to Johnny Cage not being in it as a huge knock on it, and it was simply because as an old-school MK guy, loved me some Johnny Cage. He should have been in it.
God, he said, "Love me some." Like, what the fuck? You've been reading memes, haven't you?
Oh yeah, straight up. But no, man, it was good. It was fun. It was one of those movies that, like, except for all the stuff that they're all over Cole, all over it. Like, except for that part of it, you could sit and watch it and stay on it for the whole movie, and it was fun, man. Does that mean I'm done?
I was just testing.
Well, I mean,
that's a good idea, though.
No, you're cool. It's pretty good. It works. But no, man, it was good. It was fun.
So, what do you think about the actor selection?
I think it's going to make enough money to where they can get better actors
for
the next one.
That's what they were waiting on with Johnny Cage. They've said that publicly.
Oh, so that's why they're wanting to get a bigger actor for him.
Yeah, they didn't want to half-ass Johnny Cage, and they knew he was big.
That's smart. I didn't realize that.
That's a fair point. And I think one thing I didn't like about the movie too, they didn't have the classic outfits from the beginning.
Oh yeah,
they go more modern on that one.
And I would love to see the uppercut through the ceiling.
At the same time, the uppercuts to the ceiling, the stage fatalities and stuff. But at the same time, those outfits are pretty fucking basic.
Oh yeah,
they were basic. I mean, do you want Sub-Zero in spandex and just a blue overcoat?
And like, really, moreover on that, and back to what you were saying, kind of about the sequels coming up, like, seeing the movie, you could definitely see that they didn't want to put all their eggs in this basket.
Oh yeah,
this is it was a hell of a movie
to say on that in a second.
It was a hell of a movie to, like, introduce people to it. Like, they can definitely use this as a foundation to build on.
And you have to think, I mean, how much could the pandemic have actually played into that?
That's true. That's true. Because they were making this in the heart of the pandemic.
Right.
Like, in the worst parts of it. So, yeah, for sure.
So, I mean, there's no telling who they actually offered some of those roles to.
That's true.
So,
That's true.
I mean, how you could turn down Mortal Kombat? Like, they wouldn't have to pay me a dime. I would just join right off the bat,
Yeah.
But,
I'd do it for the free coffee.
Yeah.
On the set. Like,
you don't have
yeah,
to-
I'm in Mortal
I
Kombat.
pay my own plane ticket to get to y'all.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would like to see they'll cut through the ceiling, the classic outfits. But I see what you're saying, Chase. But I would love to see Raiden with that white and black outfit, you know. And I just didn't like his outfit on this new one, and that's just the way I feel about it. But I think he did a good job. I think he really did. In a way, like they made Kung Lao. Like, he made it seem like he was better in Liu Kang, and I didn't like that. And it made him look like he was weak, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, he was his lackey or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think about Jacko?
I thought it was a good movie. I think that they definitely had some wasted opportunities. The
Yeah.
stage fatality. Why do you put somebody on the pit
On the pit.
if you're not going to use the pit?
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Like,
And the thing about that is, like, he did a fatality on that where he could literally do that anywhere else
Yeah,
in the movie.
anywhere else.
Literally.
Yeah. And
But-
I mean, like I said, I thought it was a good movie. I still don't understand. I mean, it's the first time I saw it, but I don't quite understand why you make a new character to focus the plot on, unless you just didn't want to, hear it from MK fans about who you picked to be the main character, but they didn't have any problem with it the first time. Because how many characters have you had over the years in
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat? Like,
Like-
you couldn't just pick one?
Yeah,
Like, you had to have a
pick
new one?
Anybody else, you had to create something from scratch. Yeah.
I mean, I don't
And, like, everything was new about him. Like, his suit, his weapons they gave him, everything. His abilities, everything was brand new, which is cool, I guess. But, like, if you're going to make a movie called Mortal Kombat and, like, it's going to be, Mortal Kombat,
Yeah.
don't do that. Like you said, pick somebody else, anybody else.
And they don't even have him as a freestanding character. He's linked to Scorpion.
yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
you can't even let him stand on his own and you're going to make him a new character. Like I said, I thought it was a great movie, but
Right.
it's just like some things I don't think were thought all the way
Well,
through.
correct me if
Yeah.
I'm wrong, but did Scorpion had a son at one of those Mortal Kombat games?
No, you're thinking Takeda, which is actually Kenshi's son.
Right.
Oh,
He was
Yeah.
raised by Scorpion. I mean, it doesn't get better than that. You
Right.
got, you
Yeah.
got Kenshi lineage, and then, or however you say that word, and then you got Scorpion training you. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
And that's another thing. They put a lot of the game plot into the movie, but they didn't really explain like the Lin Kuei and the Black Dragon.
And
And for people who are fans, of course, you know a lot of that backstory. But if you're looking for the casual, viewer that's going to watch it, they don't have a clue what's going on as far as that goes. Not that you have to, but
I mean,
know.
it's good to know, and
Yeah.
maybe what they're doing is maybe like in the future they will expand on that. But yeah, it's like whenever I sat down, one of my first questions was, okay, are they going to go into like the lineage of like when Bihan killed Scorpion, and like are they gonna go into like the Quan Chi side of it, where
Right.
like he was taken over by Quan Chi and forced to do that, or like are they gonna introduce that part of it or what? But like it was a cool introduction for like I guess the basics of Mortal Kombat. So hopefully they will delve into like the history and the whole MK universe and all that stuff.
right.
with $40 million, you can only do so much.
Oh yeah,
You know,
of course.
versus Avengers, it's got like $350-400 million.
Right.
You know, and this next one, they're going to at least double that budget.
Oh, easily.
I mean, I could
Oh,
see it
yeah,
going to
yeah.
$100 million.
Yeah.
You know, because even HBO Max itself would pay them $100 million just for a movie. I don't know that to be factual. I'm just over here bullshitting, but like they're definitely going to up the budget on the next one, which I think it accomplished exactly what they wanted to accomplish. But the whole Cole thing, they could have left him out the entire time.
Had
Yeah.
nothing
That's a
to do
waste of
with
money.
yeah.
Waste of money,
Yeah.
waste of screen time, waste of, and I'm not knocking on the actor. He done a real good job. You
Sure,
know, that's
yeah.
what he was. And towards the end, you know, you do start to go, all right, I kind of like this character a little bit, and I understand they had to build him up, you know, but it was still just like, man, like you were saying, 40 something, you know, like
Yeah.
however many characters that they got, you know, and you're gonna sit here and, you know, BS around him when you could have had Reptile in there and turn on him.
Right.
You know?
I mean, I guess I see what
Smoke.
they were trying to do. Yeah, smoke. I mean,
Exactly.
anyway, I could see kind of what they're trying to do. They're probably trying to like get, you know, the storyline about it and like get a good plot going on. But come on, dude. It's like it's Mortal Kombat. We're all here to see the same thing. We could give a shit about the plot line.
Yeah,
like,
and the new character they had, he got his ass beat, and that's all I had to say. You know what I'm saying?
And it was cool, I guess, for the plot of the movie for him to like, take an ass whipping and then come back and like go full circle and all that. But man, it's Mortal Kombat. Nobody is gonna watch that movie looking for like the good, plot line, the storyline of it, and all that stuff. I mean, it's like when you're watching.
Fatality.
It's like when you're watching, I don't know, I feel safe to say at this table, I'm not the only one that's ever watched an adult movie. You don't watch those for the story of it.
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You watch it for, the meat and potatoes, no pun intended.
There's
of
a
it.
purpose, yeah.
Yeah. It's like Mortal Kombat. You watch it for the brutalities. You watch it for the blood, for the gore. You watch it for the tournament. You watch it for the fighting and all that. Leave the story cool out of it. If you want to introduce somebody new, cool, go for it. But don't spend the entire movie about him.
Yeah, there's no need for filler. You don't see all the characters in the first one because obviously, if they're going to make a second one, you can't put, you can't pull all your tricks at once. So that I didn't really so much have a problem with. It's just, like you said, you don't have to force stuff.
Yeah,
like you don't have to force a bullshit plot on me.
Yeah.
I'm coming here. We all know why we're here.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't have to do that.
You call a movie Mortal Kombat, and by God, we expect decapitations. We expect uppercutted, heads being flying across the room and stuff like that. We don't. I'm sorry. I'm a good guy. I feel like it, but I don't give two shits about Cole's family.
Yeah.
No.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, what a waste of time.
Yeah.
Money. I mean, they probably got 10,000 a piece or something.
Yeah.
Nothing, but it was just, and then you're gonna let. I can't give away a spoiler, but somebody like that hit Goro, like,
dude.
Yeah.
And speaking of, I'm glad you brought that up. Speaking of the whole Goro part, no spoilers, but when I saw him, I thought,
spoil if you want to.
I don't know. I don't want to do that. But whenever I saw that, by the way, spoiler alert, Goro's in the movie. But like when I saw him, I thought shit was going to go down.
Yeah,
exactly.
And like I thought, I don't know. It was kind of a letdown. But that's all I'll say about it.
Well, I mean, there's other characters. I mean, let me ask you guys what characters do you like to see?
It was
in
kind of a
Mortal Kombat?
letdown. But that's all I'll say about it.
Well, I mean, there's other characters. I mean, let me ask you
I
guys
just want to let y'all know.
what characters do you
So
like to
far-
see?
It was
in
kind of a
Mortal
letdown.
Kombat?
But that's all I'll say about it.
Well, I mean, there's other characters. I mean, let me ask you guys what characters do you like to see?
It was
in
kind of a
Mortal
letdown.
Kombat?
But that's all I'll say about it.
Well, I mean, there's other characters. I mean, let me ask you guys what characters do you like to see?
It was
in
kind of a
Mortal
letdown.
Kombat?
But that's all I'll say about it.
Well, I mean, there's other characters. I mean, let me ask you guys what characters do you like to see?
It was kind of a
in Mortal
letdown.
Kombat?
But that's all I'll say about it.
Well, I mean, there's other characters. I mean, let me ask you guys what characters do you like to see?
It was
in
kind of a
Mortal
letdown.
Kombat?
But that's all I'll say about it.
Well, I mean, there's other characters. I mean, let me ask you guys what characters do you like to see?
It was kind of a
in Mortal
letdown.
Kombat?
But that's all I'll say about it.
it's on a loop.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's
like-
definitely behind.
Oh,
Oh, is it?
it's like Groundhog Day in here.
Yeah. By the way, do you like that movie?
Groundhog Day?
Yeah.
Do that or the scene where he's watching Jeopardy
we
with all the
live?
old people?
You can see us, I'm just not
Okay,
sure
this is
what's
about to be Mortal Kombat. We should not be talking about Groundhog.
That's my fault.
No, it's
Yeah.
my fault too.
I squirreled it.
My bad.
Like, man, people come watch Mortal Kombat,
Yeah.
you know, and we're talking about Groundhog. But yeah, it's my fault.
So right before all that, Adam, you were going to ask us something.
Yeah, like, what do you guys like? What secret character do you like to see? I like to see Carmelian, and I want to see him beat up all the ninjas at once, and I want him to be like the top dog. How you guys feel about it? What characters do you like to see?
I don't know. Like, it depends on what you mean by secret characters. Because technically, Robot Smoke was a secret character in like the third one.
Yeah.
Cyber Smoke.
Yes.
Reptile was the first secret character.
Yeah, Reptile was the first
Reptile
one.
was
It went what? Reptile, Human Smoke, Cyber Smoke.
Cyber Smoke, and secret. See,
Was Jade a secret character in the third one?
Maybe.
I think she was, and then like from then on, she was
She
like
was
just
mentioned
Yeah.
in the second one.
That's what it was.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Who is Jay?
That's what it was.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, Chase, do you think they're gonna bring Raiden's brother Fuji in the movies?
I don't know because that's one with a lot of story.
Right.
Mhm.
Is Fujin an elder god?
He's Raiden's brother.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Raiden like appoints him at some point, and then later on in Mortal Kombat 11, Raiden just gives his power and is immortal to
Liu Kang. Yeah, and Liu
Oh,
Kang
yeah,
becomes
yeah.
the fire god,
which
which is fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's incredible.
He's
It is.
beast. Yeah.
He's definitely earned it.
I don't know. I think that it's so
He's beast.
typical of Hollywood. Like, you take any video game movies, and for the most part,
Don't get me
they
started
get
on- yeah.
butchered. Like,
Dude.
I was glad to hear that they're gonna redo in movie form the Resident Evil series, because I just think,
yes.
I mean, I didn't dislike the series, but it just wasn't the games. Like, there was
Right.
once you got past like really like part of the first movie, it didn't follow the plot line of the games
Right.
at all.
You didn't see so much Jill as Chris.
No,
You know?
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm. Well, I mean, Hollywood gonna Hollywood. You know,
Yeah.
it's like every time they do something like that, they just take a big steamy dump on our
Yeah.
childhood.
Exactly.
Well,
And
it's a pattern. I feel like okay, Cole in the Mortal Kombat movie, you had what was it, Alice in the Resident Evil movies.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
you're just making a character to drive a plot line. Like, it's almost like there's a setup. Like, that's how they have to do the movies. Whenever, okay, I get that if we're in the 90s and it's not, you're aiming at a certain demographic, not necessarily the target market, because it's not big enough to, make your money back on the movie.
Right,
But
right.
now there's enough people where it's not a niche market anymore.
Well, yeah, Mortal Kombat's been around for what, 25, 30,
Yeah.
almost 30 years
Almost
now.
30 years.
And by now you've got enough people that know. Is that us?
Mhm.
Badass. But like by now, just like what you just said, you've got enough people that know Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
And like you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
It's
And if that is the format that Hollywood's going for, and you need to take a risk and see, well, maybe something else will work, why not do it on a movie like this, where you know people are going to show up and buy tickets?
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
they are.
yeah.
Or
Yeah.
buy it on HBO Max or whatever it is. You know they're going to show up and see it. So
Right.
even if you bomb the movie, you're still going to make your money back on.
yeah, you're
So-
at least gonna break even.
Yeah.
At least. I mean, it's gonna be
Exactly.
it's gonna be a hit.
Yeah.
And see that's my thing about the streaming service that I love, because it makes a place for director's cuts.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You know, and just think about that. So the production company, yeah, we have movie theaters. They can't do their thing yet, but hopefully they'll be back. I love going to the movies, but at the same time, like, they get to Paramount. Like, this is HBO, and who are they with? Like Paramount or something like that. Warner Brothers. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But
Warner Brothers.
I think
well,
it's
they-
Warner Brothers,
they
but I'm
get-
not sure.
But they get
Yeah.
my money, like however much it is a month. So they're still selling a ticket.
Oh yeah,
Right,
yeah.
Still, that company's still bringing in money. But with these things, you got to put the money back into it. I think they said Netflix was going to spend like $13 billion on content for this next year, which they've
Yeah.
got to step it back up. But at
Yeah.
the same time, what were they earning? Like
Dude,
$100 million a
They're
month?
they're
or something?
Yeah, it's
raking it
something
in,
ridiculous.
dude.
Something
Something
crazy.
stupid. Yeah.
And you definitely have to put that back out there with stuff like this, because after you've, like, say you just had one of them,
Mm.
after, a week, maybe 2 weeks, you're done with it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, like,
Yeah.
and they're not
Exactly.
coming out with anything good for 3 more months. You'll keep the subscription, but you, like, unless you put it right back into it, which what I've seen from all successful business owners, you got to put the money back into.
Spend money, make money.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Definitely gotta,
I mean,
definitely gotta do it.
let me ask you guys a question about Mortal Kombat. Which character you guys don't like the most, and which character you want to see who get the most fatality?
Quan Chi can die and burn in hell.
Oh man, right off the
Amen to
bat.
that. Yeah.
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 If a character is bad enough
Yeah.
to where you have the option to unlock him and you just fucking don't.
Yes.
I mean,
I
Yes.
was gonna say you had that bullet ready, didn't
oh
you?
yeah. Oh yeah.
What about you, Dave?
I don't know, man. I've always really what was it? What's that girl's name? Sindel.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
hated her, but that was just because I hated fighting her. Really,
Yeah.
but
My man, Quan Chi, you cannot get over that with me. Like we didn't even on the MK9, we would not unlock him, so we never even
Nope.
had to deal with it.
No, I remember that.
And we were good. We were just
Yeah.
like, fuck this. But mine was Melina. Every time Melina, like, just because you're just getting 17 teleports, you know? Or
Yep.
like, or
yep.
I don't hate Noob. I don't even hate fighting him, but he was another one for me because he was going to just throw some horse shit, his little buddy at you, and then he was going to teleport.
Yeah,
to
he was gonna go to the ceiling and shit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if you played online, there was a 50-50 shot you were fighting Noob.
oh yeah,
back
yeah,
then.
Yeah.
for real, yeah.
Back
'Cause
then,
everybody was
you
in.
were fighting Noob.
Yeah, I think I had to go with what's the horse name off Mortal Kombat?
Motaro.
Motaro.
That's one
Yeah.
character they actually done okay with
Yeah.
in Mortal Kombat Annihilation, the movie.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
like he looked halfway decent, but why haven't we seen him in a long time?
I really don't know, but he was hard on Mortal Kombat 3, and I remember I was playing when I was a kid. I used to love it when Liu Kang did a bicycle kick on his ass. I mean, that was like awesome, you know.
Indication.
And, yeah. You know, and that's just hands down probably my favorite Mortal Kombat game. It's probably Mortal Kombat 9. I think they stepped their game up doing the X play. What do you think about it, JK?
I thought it was awesome. I don't know why they didn't bring the tag system back for the next game.
Ed Boon responded to that on Twitter
Oh,
saying
really?
like it wasn't used a whole lot,
Really?
and I just don't find that fathomable
Right.
because
Yeah.
everybody I knew that played with somebody else, and they were on the same team.
Well, that's.
Yeah.
I mean, that game. Well, along with a couple other things, but that part of it was like what set it apart.
Yeah.
Like right, like
Oh,
that's.
yeah.
I mean, like that's why you and your boys went to play that game.
Yeah, not only
Like-
was it amazing, even if it had just been single, like that one, it would just still probably be my favorite Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah.
But the fact that we could, us four could sit down and play each other, you know, and then we would switch up. Like our stepbrother was, you know, somebody that was with us on that.
Yeah.
He may be watching now. Who knows? But like we would sit and we'd fight 3 or 4 times the same team, and then we'd switch teams.
Yep.
And,
It's
yeah.
It helped us out too.
Yeah.
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 Well, that like to me, I'm old school, so like to me, the biggest part about that game was the same thing that made 007 fucking amazing. It was because
Multiplayer.
yeah, it was the
Yeah.
multiplayer. It was
Oh.
like
You know
That's-
they added that in late.
Yeah.
I did hear that.
When
I
they were
did hear
making
that.
It wasn't even in there.
Yeah.
Like the last minute, they
Mm.
like put it in there.
Yeah.
And see,
And
I
it
would-
blew it out of the water. Anyway, back to MK. Sorry.
But honestly, I agree with you guys. I mean, like they should never take the team tag out and say like me, JK, he want to play as Scorpion, I want to play as Sub Zero. You know, and I think that's one of the greatest things
Like
about fighting
Scorpion
game.
and Smoke and Liu Kang.
Well, Chase, you remember we used to play Tekken Tag, and one of us lose, that's the end of the game, and I didn't like that. In Mortal Kombat 9, it was different. It was way better.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Remember,
Mhm.
because if one of us lost, the match still continued going.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
crazy look was because I didn't know what he was talking about at first. So I was like, somebody else. But yeah, and then when that second one just cleans out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
my
Oh, man,
God,
yes.
dude, it's so like you're so happy for your boy. You
Yeah.
know, whenever they do that, it's not a competition. It is a somebody whoop their ass competition.
Exactly.
It's like you just did what the movies do.
Yeah.
Man, I hope my boy fucks them
Yeah.
up.
Well,
and then they'll do it sometimes.
let me ask you guys, do you think like hands down my favorite fighting game is Mortal Kombat,
Fatality.
but do you think it's time for Killer Instinct to join the Fatality squad?
Well, I mean, didn't they
First
say
of all, I
that?
don't give a shit about that game.
Well, didn't they said that like
Whoa,
Sega
whoa, whoa.
wasn't Sega booting back up or something like that?
I think they're trying to like they're trying to get back into the game, but I don't know how far they've come.
Well, there were so many third-party developers for that system.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Right,
so
right.
I mean,
I would love to see Sub-Zero fight the Iceman off Killer Instinct. What's his name?
Glacier?
That would be
Wait,
awesome.
Glacier?
That's-
Subject.
That's
No,
that's like
that's
saying
on the
okay.
subject.
Get off the subject.
That's-
Everything is stupid.
No.
If you want to talk about another fight game, then you
No,
got Tekken or
stupid
Street
is
Fighter.
dead or alive, okay?
No, that's
I would-
better.
Oh,
Killer Instinct. Killer Instinct had decent sound effects. Ultra.
yeah, I did.
Bite breaker.
Let's get off that.
But okay, going back to the Mortal Kombat games, though, I think that, and it's not even just Mortal Kombat by itself, but just especially fighting games in general. You get a game like Mortal Kombat 9 that's, I mean, really a masterpiece. Like the way that
Yeah.
they did it was fantastic. And then when you make Mortal Kombat 10, you don't have to reinvent the fucking wheel.
Yeah.
Like just add a couple of things.
That's
like
it.
that.
That's it.
You come in and you change, a big part of the fighting system. You take away the tag. Like why?
Yeah.
Why mess with something if it's
Right.
and maybe it was different people, different developers. I don't know, but like you come in and you get so many people trying to make their personal mark on it, and then you get something that doesn't even resemble what was successful in the first place.
Exactly.
Not that it wasn't a good game; it just wasn't Mortal Kombat 9.
What do you guys think? One thing I didn't like about Mortal Kombat 9, it was the gameplay was kind of slower than other Mortal Kombat
Mhm.
games. That's how I feel about it. And I did like
Fatality.
I did like how they had like secret characters, like Freddy at God of War. Well, what did you think about JK about Kratos joining Mortal Kombat?
Dude.
Oh, I
I'm
mean-
sorry. Let me interrupt this
Yeah,
for
go
a
ahead.
second. But yeah, they knocked it out of the park back then. But they just did in Mortal Kombat 11 with their secret characters because it is the Terminator, it is
Yep.
fucking Rambo, it is RoboCop, and I mean
There's somebody
Spawn.
else in it.
Spawn.
God,
Spawn,
Spawn.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Spawn.
yeah.
Oh my god,
It's gonna be nuts, man.
We can get it on that TV right now and play it
I
out.
was gonna say, speaking of not video game movies, but I guess it's a comic book movie. They're supposed to be coming out this Spawn, aren't they?
Yes.
wait.
Did
He
they get,
deserved
did they
it.
get Jamie Foxx or not? They wouldn't want him because he was too short. I know he's
Yeah.
working on Mike Tyson right now,
Mhm.
which is going to
Ooh.
be
It's
incredible.
gonna be nuts.
Jamie,
It's gonna be
that'd be
crazy.
Jamie Foxx does.
Yeah.
It's just
No.
the best,
Exactly. But what do you think about back what we were saying? What do you think about Kratos?
I mean,
You think he?
I loved all the DLC characters for 9. I thought they were really
Right.
good. I mean, Rain was a little bit broken just because if you got hit once, you were up shit creek.
Yeah.
If somebody knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
But-
and you're just seeing it's been that way for a long time.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
He was just throwing them and then kicking
Yeah.
them.
Ever since like MK3 or Trilogy, I think it was Trilogy that he was,
It was
actually
Ultimate or Trilogy.
yeah,
It was one of
Ultimate
those,
maybe.
yeah.
Ultimate might have been the first one. But yeah, I mean, and all that comes with the fact that Warner Brothers is basically producing the game. I don't know. So they got access to all that stuff like Freddy and Kratos and Jason and Predator and the Xenomorph and all kinds of
I don't
people.
know
I
if y'all
forgot
seen
about-
this yet. This is a huge one.
That's what she said.
Did she? I've never heard that.
Fair play. Fair play.
If they talking to somebody else, it's, 'cause they weren't talking. Anyways, they're letting NetherRealm Studios, which makes Mortal Kombat, make a Marvel fighting game.
Oh, I'm okay with that.
Really?
I'm okay with that.
Look it
Spider Man.
I ain't.
That would be fantastic.
That's crazy.
I mean, I like to see Marvel versus DC.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
They had that. What was it? Marvel versus Capcom.
Oh, I
that
used
was
to love
was
that
cool.
game.
Yeah, that game was fun. The arcade version of that game was.
I just
It
didn't
was-
like
Dude.
It was
because
fun.
It
If you
was like
didn't-
twist and roll the controller 3 times.
Yeah.
Oh, it was notoriously difficult.
It
though.
was super hard. I don't
Yeah.
think I ever beat it. Like I think one of them, Galactus, was the final boss
Yeah.
or something like that.
You better have Mega
Which
Man on your
is-
squad. Exactly.
And Cyclops wasn't Cyclops one of the best ones.
Well,
Yeah.
when I
Mega
looked
Man-
at
Cyclops
it,
was good.
Yeah.
Mega Man had that special giant robot.
He had
Oh
Rush.
yeah.
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 Give me that metal dog.
Yeah.
That's what I was going
Rush
to
is that shit, dude.
Yeah.
I love me some Rush.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He said, "Love me some more." He's been
So,
on there now.
Man.
so I guess without giving away any spoilers or too many spoilers at least. So do you think that the second one's going to progress? The second Mortal Kombat movie is going to progress kind of like the game?
I think the key to it is to this next one is you got to have a straight up tournament.
Yeah.
I want a straight up tournament.
Right. Oh, absolutely. And especially with all the plot progression and all the drawbacks in this one. Like, I get it. You know, in my opinion, that's what they were trying to do. They were trying to like kind of ease their way into it and kind of introduce like plot lines and like backstories and stuff like that, which is cool. But absolutely, this next one, and there's going to be a next one.
And this is what I mean. Okay, so people died in this movie. It's Mortal Kombat or whatever.
Mm.
But somebody got their soul sucked out of them. I don't think they need to be in the movie because I think somebody needs to do something to Shang Tsung, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
to release him and him being a third.
Right.
You see what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah,
Maybe
for sure.
you can bring him back as a Revenant, maybe,
Mm-hmm.
but I would
Yeah.
rather him just not be in the movie until
Like
somebody
a-
messes Shang Tsung up.
Right.
I think with the this is how I feel about Shang Tsung. I think what he did with Kung Lao was awesome, but I like the first one when he did to Liu Kang's younger brother. Your soul is mine. I like that version.
Oh, in the
And
original
did you
movie?
see-
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
and did you
yeah.
see in there where spoiler alert? Adam just spilled the beans.
Sorry, guys.
we were trying to
We're
keep
trying to
that.
get
Yeah.
around that. But in the first one, he said his brother.
Yeah.
And then in this one, he said, you know, when Bo Ratro brought him in, he gave
Yeah.
him a brother. So,
Yeah.
like, to me, they tied that in perfectly.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
okay, and then they let that happen to him or whatever, which now we know Sub-Zero has a weakness, and it's Kung Lao's hat. Every time he done something, and he was around, just
Yeah.
Well, there's with Sub-Zero, I mean, like
Fatality.
there's like two moves I would like to see. I would like them to see more of the body freeze, you know,
Mm.
and I would like to see him shoot up ice up in the air and it come down and froze
Oh, yeah,
people.
yeah.
I'm gonna say it. I mean, he got jumped. He got jumped, and the actor
Adam,
playing Sub-Zero
calm
did
down.
good.
calm down. You are getting too hype. You're
No.
getting too hype over here.
so like what's cool about it is and it just now hit me because I'm a little bit slow, but like so
Can we cancel culture? Can we say slow?
I
mean,
I don't know.
I-
What to say.
I mean, if that's not the
Oh.
politically correct term,
Yeah.
I don't know what is.
by God, I'm going to because I didn't say the other word for it. So
Can you say by God now?
Let's get back to the subject. Mortal Kombat.
yeah,
We'll do one on cancel culture.
yeah.
Need all
Oh
day.
my, yeah, we'll be here all freaking day.
Yeah.
Anyway, so with if you didn't know, listeners, viewers, whatever, Bihan is Sub-Zero in this movie, obviously. So I'm thinking that maybe in the future, maybe his brother's going to come in and avenge him. You know, like in actual, you know, Mortal Kombat, the MK universe and stuff.
Right.
Because Bihan was really just in the first game.
Yeah.
Like every other Mortal Kombat after that, it was his brother.
Yeah, and he was white. Like he wasn't like an Asian ninja.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, like
Yeah.
so like if they say like, you know, if it come you really need a good actor for that one. You
Oh,
can't
yeah.
you're
Yeah.
not just gonna be able to get like they're waiting on Johnny Cage, a lot of these other people, you know, like Baraka, you know, you pull in Rain,
Mhm.
you can get like anybody, you know, Ermac, you can get anybody.
Mhm.
But this next one, and he becomes the Grand Master of the Lin Kuei.
Absolutely,
And then
yeah.
to me, that's when he equals Liu Kang right then.
Yeah.
Like before Liu Kang goes to God in Mortal Kombat 11, like I was just like, all right, man, that Grandmaster Sub-Zero is can do anything,
Yeah.
you know, to anybody.
You guys think like the Sub-Zero robot? How do you guys think about him?
Cyber Sub-Zero.
Cyber Sub, yeah.
I hated that it actually happened, but when I went back and reread the story, like they were trying to get him to be a robot since Mortal Kombat 3.
Mm.
Yeah.
He abandoned the clan then in 3, and Sector and Cyrex was sent after him.
They were sent to
and
go
Smoke,
get.
and Smoke was his boy.
Yeah.
But while they were trying to leave, they got Smoke and not Kuai Lang,
Mm.
and I forgot that happened then. And it just, I thought it was really cool. And then they actually, you know, land it, and then he has to do something to get it back. And that's okay. I mean, and then he becomes the Grandmaster, the powerful one I was just talking about. But at first it hurt my feelings when they made him one. I was like, no,
Yeah.
I mean, Liu Kang's my boy. He's always been the dog, you know. It was just so easy back in the day. It was forward this, forward that, forward this.
Back,
Yeah.
back.
No, he had no back.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah, Liu
that's
Kang
right,
did.
that's
Yeah,
right,
unless
that's
it was
right.
like back and low kick and then it'd fire.
Yeah,
the
that's right,
bicycle
that's
kick.
right, yeah.
Everything, it was just so easy, and I see why they changed that. But the second they changed that, it was just like it opened the door for so many other characters, you know, because that's all I ever did was, you know, forward this, forward that, forward this, and I'd mess people up that were 10 years older than me that, you know, knew video games way better than I ever did, you know, but then when they add that back forward in there, it made way for, I started killing with Nightwolf, with Kung Lao.
Oh yeah,
You know,
yeah.
because it's just that one little extra button, you know, done whatever, which I murdered with Kung Lao now. I'll just go ahead and throw that one out there. Big time.
Kung Lao's beast though. Dude.
And I
He's-
murdered with Nightwolf, and then in the new one, I don't do it as much, but Kung Lao, I'm still kind of there. But just like you were telling me last time we were playing the new one, you were like, I don't think he's your best character now. You know, like there's somebody out there. And after watching Fujin, I'm wanting to give that a go.
Well, see, that's the thing is, like, in the original Mortal
Have you seen
Kombat's-
the Mortal Kombat 11?
I haven't.
Oh, it's good.
I haven't.
Oh, man.
But you could kind of pick who you wanted and just kind of
Keep it going, guys.
get,
I'll be right
get
back.
good with them. In the new ones, you almost have to let the character pick you, like your fighting
Oh,
style.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think it was on 9. I played with Cyrax. I never played with Cyrax in any other games,
Yeah.
but I mean, it just happened that way. So
Yeah, and I think, like JK said, I agree with him. Get used to that character and his
Yeah.
fighting style. I got used to it with Smoke, and then a lot of people didn't play with Mortal Kombat. A lot of people didn't play with Liu Kang. Then I started picking up and playing with him.
Yep.
And so, yeah, it's just totally your choice, the fighting style you like. And speaking of Mortal Kombat 9, you know, I wish they add, you know, Chameleon and Smoke Robot and other characters. I mean, I don't care about Quan Chi and other characters like that, you know, but that's just my opinion about it. But
Yeah.
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 That's another thing that it might be a double-edged sword with the movie is so they committed to going ahead and going the route with the clans and everything.
Right.
So, like, say, like a character like, spoiler alert, Smoke,
Yeah.
who, you know, didn't quite make an appearance
Yeah.
in the first movie. So you can bring him in the second movie, but is it a good thing or a bad thing that kind of pigeonholes him into a certain part of the plot because he was part of the Lin Kuei?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So-
yeah.
So you have a built-in plot line, which is a good thing because now you know where he's at, but now you have to commit him to that plot line.
Right.
So
Well, yeah, because you know after you watch this movie, you know, okay, like anybody that knows who Smoke is knows. Okay, well at some point they're gonna bring him in now. So now, just like you said, it's kind of like they're forcing their hand,
right,
and which I mean, it's good that he's gonna be in it, but at the same time, you hate to see him kind of. What's that? Oh, you hate to see him kind of. Oh, that's. Whoa! Is that a?
But like
Sorry.
in the Mortal
Squirrel.
Kombat movie, you know, when Jax is on the pit stage, I agree with JK. I would love to see him uppercut him through the spike.
it was just a
Yeah.
missed opportunity, man.
Yeah,
Like,
and there were a couple of those. Scorpion in it had a couple of missed opportunities in it.
Yeah, but on the pit and you don't uppercut.
that's
was
what I'm
the
saying.
miss.
That was-
If you were in a theater and they teleport somebody to the
Have you
pit
grabbed
and they're
that black
fighting on it,
remote?
everybody's gonna just cheer because you know what's coming.
Black remote over there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so the
That looks
second
like a black remote.
every one of us
Why are you
that
handing
was
me
watching the movie
I hope everybody just seen that.
immediately, like
Yeah,
once
over
we
there.
saw the
No,
pit,
over
we
there.
recognized it.
Yeah,
And every one
There's
of
a
us.
black remote.
I
Yeah.
mean, this was my first time watching the movie, but as soon as I saw that, I thought, all right, someone's getting uppercutted like onto a bunch of spikes.
yeah. If you would have told me that was not how that situation was gonna end,
I'd
would've-
call BS.
Yeah,
I'd be
I'd
like,
been like,
okay,
no,
no, yeah,
no.
yeah, because you got to do
You'd
it.
have bet the
Yeah.
house. You'd have bet the
Yeah.
house and
Yeah.
lost it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, obviously they did it on purpose, but if you just did that out of spite, then you're trolling the shit out of somebody.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a classic stage I like to see on the new Mortal Kombat. The street stage, you see Shao Kahn's building in the background.
Yep.
I like to see some of those classic stage. I would like to see more of that. I mean,
Yeah.
why not? You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Oh man, you can do cameos like that in movies now. There's
And and uppercut through the ceiling. I like to see that. And yeah, I just like to. It makes the people who've been watching Mortal Kombat 20 years. It makes them happy inside.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure.
But you bring a guy named Cole in, it's like,
Yeah, and that's the thing. There wasn't much. I mean, it had a couple of spots of it, but there really wasn't much fan service in this one, which I think that. Obviously, back to what we were saying earlier, they're going to make a second one, and I think that they're going to make up for it in the second one because, like Chase was saying earlier, they're going to be making bank with this movie.
Oh, yeah.
And so they're going to have better actors. They're going to have probably 10 times the budget that they had for this, and probably make a longer movie. And it's, I don't know.
Well, I mean, that was 2.5 hours. That was pretty good. But
Was it 2.5 hours?
yeah, I'm always for a 3-hour movie, especially when it's epic. I'm for, like, it didn't bother me. Justice League was 4 hours. Like, cool.
Yeah, let's run it.
We'll do
let's
that.
do
We'll
it.
do that next weekend, JK. You can watch that, and we'll do a thing on that.
Sounds good. to me.
Yes, sir.
but and plus on like I like to see on Mortal Kombat, I like to see them people, breaking the bricks,
Fatality.
test your luck. I like to see that.
He said test your mind.
Yeah, he did say
Come
test
round
your
right.
mind. Yeah,
sure did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was like they didn't do shit, and that was another missed opportunity where it was just like they could pile up a pile of bricks, and somebody has to knock it down
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
And
like-
they could do something, and that's why I was saying that like there's some subtle things where like true Mortal Kombat fans were like, oh shit,
Yeah.
they're like, how did you see that? Or like the combos they did in the movie, but at the same time they hit a couple of those and it was really cool, but man, they missed a whole lot more.
Yeah, and I'm the same way as you are as far as like I have no problem with making like an origin story movie. If you're gonna go ahead and commit to making, more movies, then
David.
it's a good idea.
Shao Kahn's playable.
Oh snap!
Shit. God.
Fatality.
I forgot
For
forgot
real.
Joker was on it.
Yeah, they got
wait,
the
what?
Joker.
Yeah, Joker.
Yep. That was the other
Oh,
one.
that's
Yeah.
cool. That's cool.
Had not played this game yet.
But yeah, I mean, I'm sure that's got to be a task to make,
Spawn.
a Mortal Kombat movie, and you start out, you've got this huge pool of characters that you could pick from.
RoboCop.
How do
is
you
on
make
here?
semblance from all that? But
So what I said to you didn't register, did it?
What's that?
About the download, they had Terminator, RoboCop, Rambo.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bear
I
seen this
missed
for the first
RoboCop.
time.
I
Yeah.
forgot about Rambo.
There's Joker.
Yeah. Rambo.
There's Rambo, which he does this cool crawl thing.
Yeah. Oh, and it's like New Age Rambo. It's not like First Blood Rambo.
Yeah,
I
RoboCop.
don't
It's-
know. That
it's-
looks like a young Sylvester Stallone.
Well, yeah, but it's post steroids Rambo.
Yeah.
It's
Did-
on the come down.
I did
Yeah.
not know this. Sidebar: did not know this. RoboCop the movie was actually an allegory for the story of Jesus. Did you know that?
What's an allegory?
Or not an allegory?
Oh, for
a
parallel.
parallel. Yes,
Yeah.
a parallel. I did
That
not
makes
know
sense.
that.
Resurrected, savior.
Savior for the city.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
I did not think the devil would be a giant robot with machine guns, though, with miniguns on his arms.
I mean, what
Good
do
point.
what do you know about the devil?
That's true.
I mean, he went down
That's
to
very
Georgia.
true. Yeah. Nothing.
He went down to Georgia looking for a soul steal. Got his ass kicked.
We do know
By
that.
some damn
He won't
redneck.
go back
Yeah.
to Georgia with a fiddle playing contest in mind.
That's a fact. You thought Jerusalem was the Holy Land. It's Georgia.
Yeah. That's back when he was looking for a soul.
Mm-hmm.
well, guys, I mean, my Mortal Kombat characters, I like to see Frozen, Sub-Zeros.
Oh,
Girl.
Frost.
My
Yeah.
bad,
Yep.
Frost. I said Frozen.
It's like, all right, let's
Let
let
it
it go,
go.
man. Yeah. Fuck, bring
Look,
Elsa in
look
there.
how they got Scorpion looking.
Oh snap!
I was gonna say I can't remember which newer Mortal Kombat it was, but the outfit that he was in towards the end of the movie was pretty true to form on one of his human form
Yeah.
outfits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who is that?
That's Kodo Khan.
Yeah.
He's he got Shao Kahn like out of the seat.
oh,
When Shao Kahn was gone, like he took over the Khan role.
Oh.
The Khan is a ruler.
It's a title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Shao Kahn came back and broke his back.
It's
Easily.
and it's
He
so
can't use his legs no more.
it's the guy from Tekken, right, Chase?
Look how bad he looks, dude. And I
Yeah.
hope they do that like Beast kind of looking form. You see his arm?
Yeah,
Like that's
yeah,
not that's actual spikes and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's from Outworld, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
Like,
think The Rock will be good acting playing with him.
Dude.
I don't know if he'll have enough time since he's going to be president.
I was gonna say,
I go to
the-
Home Depot. Don't know if
Yeah.
I have enough time.
I just don't know.
just don't know.
What do you know? What do you know?
I think what
Not much, apparently.
I know this is off subject a little bit, but we're talking about movies and games and stuff. But what kills me the most is they make a Harry Potter movie, but they won't make a Legend of Zelda movie.
I
How
saw.
you
We're
guys
about
feel about
30
that?
years late on that.
You could still do it, but you
Game of
got
Thrones, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter.
So
no
you could
Zelda.
do-
So I'm not gonna lie. Like I saw a fan made teaser trailer for like a Netflix Zelda show,
Mhm.
and I geeked the hell out.
Yeah.
Like I lost my shit. Like I went and then like I was super excited. I literally grabbed my phone from the living room. I was sitting in the living room and ran to the bedroom and showed my wife because I was so excited. And she was like, "Yeah, dude, that's fake." And like I don't think I've ever been that let down. I was a 35-year-old man
Fatality.
for real. Like it was like I'm still recovering.
35, you still look 10.
He said, I'm still recovering.
See, I tried to grow a beard, but it
No, it
ain't
looks
working.
I had one when I was 10.
You could have the biggest beard and look 10. I don't know what it is. It's
I
that
don't-
baby bubbly face.
I guess. Is
Back
that-
up, JK,
it's that-
so they can see bears.
It's that fat
See?
pie face of mine. See,
No, you look like the old man off 8 Crazy Nights.
I do. Yeah, I've heard that before.
See,
I told you a long time
the
ago.
thing
Yeah.
with the thing with doing a Legend of Zelda, either
We've all known each other
movie
for at least
or
20
series
years.
Easy
is
20 years.
it has to be like at least a trilogy if you're going to do a movie, or I mean, it might as well just be a whole series. 'Cause-
And Avengers really paved the way for that. If you're
Yeah.
going to do something, you do it right.
yeah,
Yes.
And where do you even start on? I mean, if you're gonna, I guess you would have to base it off one of the games, unless you're just gonna mix and match. But
Look
which
at
one
that.
would you pick? Where would you even start? I mean,
Yeah, and that's one of those things that like there's such a solid Zelda following.
Oh yeah,
You're not gonna get it right. Like you're
No.
not gonna get it right all the way. So I don't know. Maybe it's better just as a game. As much as I hate to say it, but because I'm such a huge Zelda fan, I'd hate for it to come out and then just be, well, that was shit. Da, da, da. You know?
well, and see, that's kind of the like with the Mortal Kombat. You say that or we've said that it's not enough like the games, or not like a certain game. With Zelda, I feel like as long as you were to stay true to kind of the nature of the game,
Yeah.
you don't have to follow a certain plot point. Because once you pick one, then if that's not somebody's favorite game, then yeah, you're gonna get a whole
And
lot
they
of.
really
yeah.
missed like
You're gonna get motherfucked up and down Facebook for that one. I mean,
but like they had the perfect actor to play Link. Would have been a younger Zac Efron. Like it
Oh,
would
yeah.
have just
Well,
nailed
yeah,
it.
right,
I'm
like-
gonna get tons of hate on that, but whatever.
Efron from like 10,
Think fuck
15
my-
years ago.
yeah,
Like he'd be
Yeah.
great for it. Yeah.
Well, guys,
Now
I
he's
think
juiced up.
yeah.
I think honestly, like the two storylines off Zelda. I mean, Link of the Past, or Ocarina of Time.
Ocarina
go
of
wrong
Time.
time.
Ocarina of Time is still like the third most played game in the world.
Yeah. That's
That's crazy.
Yeah, you can get on Twitch right now
That's
and people
crazy.
are watching that
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not crazy because it like is
It's
the
a
greatest
good-ass
game
game.
Yeah,
They figured
like
out
that
how to
Mario, the original Mario Kart.
Yeah.
They figured out how to beat it in like
Forget about
12
it.
minutes or something like
What?
that. Yeah. There's a glitch. you
Ocarina of Time.
Ocarina of Time, yeah.
Then it's not Ocarina of Time if you can beat it in 12
Well,
minutes. You're
yeah.
playing something else.
There's a game on
Because you got to go
64.
to each individual temple, and it better take you 2 days to get through that
That's-
temple. And
that's
you better
like the-
divorce your wife.
Yeah, that's
Love you, honey.
I mean, like saying that though, that's like saying that you could beat Mario 3 by like taking the flute and like going to the 9th stage from like the first or second one. It's like, yeah, you can, but it's you miss like 80% of the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's all
It's like-
glitches.
Technically, yeah, you can, but it's not the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Like, but the speed runs on Mike Tyson's Punch Out. That's the
Dude,
game.
they
Yeah.
figured out
Yeah.
there's a whole category now of blindfolded speedruns.
What?
People play it blindfolded and beat it.
Jesus.
but they can
Man.
still hear.
Yeah, because
Oh,
there's
yeah,
audio
yeah.
cues.
Yeah,
You have to have audio
yeah,
cues.
You
Yeah.
have to have that shit.
And guys, I think you start off the bat Link in the Past because it's two different worlds, the light world and dark world. And I think a lot of people like to see that. And then in the next movie, they go with the Ocarina of Time. But my question is, JK, do you feel like you think Majiri Mask should have been a part of that or no?
Well, it's
A part of the Ocarina.
it's weird because they released the chronology, like the timeline for Zelda,
right.
and it's kind of all over the place.
Yeah, exactly.
Like one timeline splits into 3 timelines, and then who the hell knows? But I don't think so. I think you focus on the main ones.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
what
I mean,
you're
I
saying.
know they're all main games, but I mean, you have the first one. I don't even know that I would include the second one in it.
Okay, that concludes our podcast for the Mortal Kombat movie. I'm gonna stop this one. We'll start one right back up right after it. And we'll just talk about video games.
Wow,
Toasty.
We're not off yet.
Oh.
Just
Awesome.
watch what you say.
Hey, folks, my name is Jenny Chicago Dodge.
I'm Ferris. Jason Ferris.
Fires. I'm dealing for the people.
Guys, I did awful and I interrupted you. I do apologize.
No, dude, that was awesome.